Let's jump right in, shall we? Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're firing up what we call the Wonder Lab. It's a space totally designed for discovery, and we're acting as your guide for this interactive workshop, so no extra instructor needed. We're going to dive straight into one of the most unbelievable secrets, hidden literally right beneath our feet. We're talking about whether forests, and the trees inside them, can actually communicate with one another. You know that saying, every day is a chance to discover something new? Well, that's exactly why we're here today. Wonder definitely doesn't have an age limit. In fact, staying curious is the exact thing that keeps us sharp and engaged with the world. So let's just let go of the daily grind for a bit and get ready for what is probably going to be the coolest thing you'll learn all week.
Okay, so every great discovery starts with one massive question, right? And ours is this: can trees actually communicate? I actually want you to physically raise your hand right now if you think forests can talk to each other in their own special way. Go ahead, raise them up. It sounds kind of like magic, doesn't it? Just this silent forest whispering back and forth. Well, if your hand is up, keep it there, because the reality is honestly so much stranger and way more wonderful than fiction.
Section 1. Guess before we reveal. The oldest tree. So before we reveal the incredible secret of exactly how trees talk, we really need to wrap our heads around just how wise and ancient some of these living giants are. I mean, surviving for thousands of years on Earth, that takes some absolutely unbelievable resilience and teamwork. So right now, wherever you are in the room, just shout out your best guess. How old do you think the world's oldest tree is? Are we talking hundreds of years? Thousands? Take a quick second and lock in that answer. Okay, got it? While the exact ages of the world's oldest and tallest trees do often reach thousands of years into the past, what's even crazier is how they manage to survive that long. Spoiler alert, they do not do it alone.
Section 2. The story. The Wood Wide Web.
Right beneath those crunchy leaves and the soil you step on during a hike, there's this bustling, totally hidden world. We've all heard of the World Wide Web, obviously, but forests? They have their own ancient internet. It's known as the Wood Wide Web, and it's an underground network made entirely of fungi. These tiny thread-like fungi literally wrap around and connect the roots of the trees. They link dozens, hundreds, sometimes even thousands of trees together across the entire forest. They are quite literally plugged into the exact same network.
For the longest time, we kind of assumed a forest was just this giant battlefield. You know, individual trees constantly competing against each other, fighting for sunlight, battling for water, stealing nutrients from the soil just to survive. But the brilliant reality? A forest actually acts as a massive, connected community. Instead of competing, they're actively helping each other thrive. It's a total game changer for how we see nature.
And through this fungal network, trees pull off some unbelievable survival stories. The tallest, oldest trees in the forest, they're often called the mother trees, basically act as the main hubs of this network. Because they're huge and have the absolute best access to sunlight, they end up producing excess sugar. And they actually use that fungal network to pump those vital nutrients directly into the root systems of the young, shaded saplings that are struggling to grow down below. Without this underground support system, those young trees wouldn't stand a chance. The older generations are literally nurturing the younger ones. How cool is that?
Section 3. Amazing discoveries. The wow moment. Now, sharing food is one thing, but think back to our big question. Can they actually communicate? Picture this. A tree is suddenly attacked by a swarm of hungry insects. It's literally being eaten. But the tree doesn't just sit there and take it. It immediately releases chemical warning signals. It pumps these SOS signals down into its roots, right through the fungal wood wide web, and even out into the air. Then the nearby trees detect these chemical warnings and instantly start altering their own internal chemistry. They produce bitter-tasting toxins to defend themselves before the bugs even reach them. The first tree essentially yelled out for everyone to put their shields up, and the rest of the forest listened.
Section 4. Quiz and discussion time. Your turn to share.
All right, now that we've uncovered this absolutely amazing secret of the forest, I want to hear from you. This is the interactive part of our workshop. First, have you ever planted a tree in your lifetime? And second, knowing what you know now about how they communicate, which tree would you hug if it could actually talk back to you? Go ahead and pause this explainer right here for a few minutes. Share your stories with your neighbors, or just take a moment to reflect on your own, and I'll be right here waiting when you're done. Section 5. One final wonder, a lasting thought. Welcome back. I really hope you had some wonderful conversations and got to share some great memories about the trees in your life. As we wrap up our workshop session today, I want you to lock this final fact into your memory for good. Trees can literally send chemical warnings to nearby trees when insects attack.
You are now officially armed with some seriously fascinating knowledge. Next time you're chatting with your family or friends today, ask them if they know that trees have their own internet and warn each other of danger. Trust me, it's a fantastic conversation starter.
So, if you thought the hidden life of forests was mind-blowing, just wait until we dive deep underwater for our next topic. Here is your big question to ponder until we meet again. Could an octopus solve a puzzle faster than you?
That's right. Next time, we're exploring the secret lives of octopuses. We're going to discover exactly why they have 3 hearts and blue blood. We'll watch them become absolute masters of camouflage, and we'll reveal their unbelievable intelligence, including how they can squeeze their entire bodies through literally any opening larger than their tiny beaks to pull off these daring aquarium escapes. You definitely will not want to miss it.
What an incredible journey today has been, right? I am so glad we got to share this sense of wonder together. Remember, the world is absolutely full of magic if we just know where to look. Thank you all so much for participating, for reflecting on these ideas, and most importantly, thank you for keeping that curiosity alive. Have a wonderful rest of your day, keep smiling, and I will see you next time at This Explainer, where we're going to have to ask, if an octopus is smart enough to escape its tank, what on earth else is it smart enough to do?